what that is, family. It's your boy, Lord Yase, getting at you one more good time. I was sitting back thinking, it's election day, huh? Who y'all gonna vote for? They both dead issues. Either way it go, we screwed. I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time going down there to vote. Look at your two options and really peep out the situation. Is they benefiting you at all in any kind of way? If it ain't, don't just settle. I mean, you better off just not voting. You know, half of my people's, they votes don't count anyway. You know, but then you look at the options. You got one that's a criminal. She got all these emails that she hiding, and she been hooked up with the enemies, so-called enemies, of these fake wars that they cause. They start for financial gain, come kidnap our children to send them to war, what they call recruitment for the army or whatever. It's kidnapping. They put games out like little army games. What's that? Call of Duty. Make war look fun, don't it? Yeah, wait till you get up over there and get that 3D and that explosion, you know what I'm saying? Surround system, that real boom when you really up in it. Ain't nothing like that game. Nothing like that game. Then you got this other boy, Trump. My goodness, this boy is a piece of work right here. Straight comedy, though. Straight comedy. The boy don't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, these two options, I just don't really see no play for nobody in this one. You know, I think they should postpone this election. And we put Obama on a month-to-month lease until we can figure this out, because this ain't good at all. For real. You know what I mean? And I think Obama been so much like Hitler to me. I think he's going to be the next dictator. He might just be the last president. You know what I'm saying? They go delay this election. You know what I mean? Well, we go get to see. You know what I mean? 'Cause this election show been like watching America's Idol or Who Got Talent or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? And election night is like Grammy Award night. See who won the award for Best Actor. And the Best Actor get to run the world. Imagine that. You feel me? They got 3 ways that they can stop this election. Yeah, they gonna let it go through, see who won, see what it turned out. What you know what I'm saying, what the Americans or what the people would think once they do elect somebody or select somebody, because that's what they done did. They done already selected who they want. You know what I'm saying? If the way I'm looking at things, I don't think they want Obama to go nowhere. That's why they elected him in there, let him in there so young, so he can stay in there for a long time. This man might just be the last president of the United States for a while. All he needs is something drastic to happen so he can call martial law, a.k.a. state of emergency, what they call it now. They ain't called martial law no more. They call it state of emergency. You know what I'm saying? They got us so distracted to when they just go to changing things, we don't know the difference in it. We gonna be waiting for martial law and they go declare a state of emergency, and we ain't gonna know that's the same thing unless we do our own research. And there's 3 ways that they can do this. The first way they can do it is just like Roosevelt did in World War II. Kick that war off, boom, martial law, state of emergency. Stayed in the presidency, right? Right now, World War III is going on up over there and they ain't telling us nothing. They just ain't named it World War III yet, but it done started already. They just need it to look slow right now, so when it pick up, boom, 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 World War III. That's a way to keep Obama in presidency right there. You feel me? Strategies. And the second way it can happen is a big weather disaster. You know, in the Bible, they say The Creator gave us a rainbow to promise that he would never flood the earth. But you know, the devil like to mock the Creator. So right now what's going on is you walk outside on a bright blue clear day and you see about 15 airplanes flying back and forth in like checkered form patterns, leaving all of them white fake clouds in the air. Made nothing but chemicals and metals. Then they got this HARP antenna, which pushes and pulls on the atmosphere, which can either cause a higher or low pressure depending on if they pushing or pulling. And it interacts with the moisture on the planet with those chemicals and metals that they got up in the sky, and you get these little fake lightning storms. You know what I'm saying? All my life, every time I saw a lightning bolt, I always heard thunder behind it. Now you'll notice nowadays, just when these storms is about to hit, it's lightning, but you don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing for a minute until the storm get right over you. Then you start hearing all these big old booms. But an hour in, if you could see the lightning show before it get there, you don't hear nothing. It's all man-made. It's just like that machine they used to have back in high school in science. Turn the lights off, turn the little ball on, put your fingers on it, your hair stick up, all the electricity goes to your fingers like little lightning bolts. Yeah, they got one of them. They playing us on a major scale. All of the toys and stuff we used to look at as toys, they use this stuff in real life. All of the stuff that they put on TV that's supposed to be false is actually true. And all of the stuff that's on TV that's true is actually false. We living in the Matrix. If we don't open up, they go run all over us as citizens. And number three, third way, got something to do with the citizens. The third way that they can declare a martial law, aka state of emergency, and keep Obama in. And this one depends on us. A race riot, an uprising, a revolution, whatever you want to call it. They need the citizens to get into it with each other. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever it is. They need us to some kind of way get into it with each other and kick off a big old riot and go to tearing up these streets, busting up people's windows, jumping on people of another race. They gonna cause all of this old mess. State of emergency. Martial law. Here they come. Obama stay in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we go find out who go win according to the votes that they so-called counted. But you got to remember, they ain't the president until they get sworn in January. So the elite got plenty of time to play with the system until that president gets sworn in. Rothschilds, the Bushes, the Rosenbergs, people like that, man. What is it, the 1%, the 5%? Running the whole world? So that means we got to be really dumbed down to let 5% of the population run the other 95% of us as citizens. Something wrong with that. If it's 95 people standing here and y'all about to fight 5 of them, you think them 95 people supposed to be losing in the end? Come on, man. If y'all don't wake up, man, it's going to be ugly for all of us, especially for our kids. That's why I said in one of my other videos called Boycott the System, boycott this voting, man. Ain't even no need of y'all going down there. It's a waste of time. It's all a game show, a reality show, whatever you want to call it. You feel? They using the NFL, the football, the basketball, baseball, you know what I'm saying, Empire, stuff like that, and all these television shows and all of this music that keep you distracted while they do things, while they pull the strings behind the closed doors. You feel me? It's time for us to stand up as one unit, man. And all of this racism stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know we got a lot of animosity towards each other, but it's going to all bite us all in the end. We don't jump up and do something about this. Learn how to respect each other and ourselves. Grow our own food because they playing with the food. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard not one of these presidents They always talking about healthcare, this and that. Why don't you find or shut down the buildings that's producing this food that's causing the cancer and killing people? Healthcare would go down a lot better if we was all eating vegetables and herbs and things that we supposed to eat, intended by the Creator. How come the presidents don't talk about that? Talk about take the food out the shelf that caused the cancer. Somebody do that, huh? Other than that, another healthcare plan. Obamacare ain't even really just no healthcare plan. If y'all don't go look up Obamacare and see what it say. It's got something to do with healthcare, slavery, and all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? We signing away our rights. Day by day, while we distracted by this entertainment, they slowly unraveling the rights that belong to us as citizens. Go look up one day and go to talking about, I plead the fifth, or what about my Second Amendment rights? They go look at you and laugh and say, you must have been watching Empire, or the playoffs, or the Super Bowl, or the championships or something, when we erased all of that stuff and stole y'all freedom, stole all y'all rights. You ain't got no rights. Get in the car. We taking you to a FEMA camp to get your chip, so they can really control you then. You know what I'm saying? And it take the 95% of us to overpower this 5%. You know, how would you feel at the end when you find out we lost this battle and we had that much more power over the system that just stomped all over us? It's time to wake up, my peoples. Everybody as citizens need to stand up against this system now. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, like, dislike. You subscribe and like these videos, they'll give you a notification on more upcoming videos. So go ahead and subscribe, dislike, like it, leave a comment or whatnot. And I will be getting at you about some other things, you know what I'm saying? I like to do a little research and then come up on here and release it to my folks up out there, you know what I'm saying? People as citizens. Everybody up on this planet can take this information in and run with it, you feel me? But like I said, get at me. This your boy,